Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock Stadium, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the BYU Cougars, taking on the number 10 seed in the playoff, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Down play call. How aggressive will it be? Look him out throwing here to start the drive. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Going the other way, can they stop him? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
What a job by this defense. Really confusing the quarterback, jumped in front of it, and they come up with an interception to get this game started. The question I have, Chris, can this quarterback, with all this hype, put that one behind him and get ready to play a good game the rest of the way?
And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
Houston now operating in the red zone. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Got space, looking to score. And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. It's a shotgun run call. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll take off from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. And the single back takes the handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's going to pull it down and run. He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring it down to the 38, but that's good enough for a first down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. And it falls incomplete.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
They'll run this play from the pistol formation. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Receiver makes the grab. Finds room at the 30. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. And the Cougars pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Picks up a short gain, but is swarmed by the defense, flying to the football. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
Well, I always want to see quarterbacks try to pick up some additional yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have got to stay in the game and stay on the field. He's got to be careful out there.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Going for it on 4th down. The marker is at the 1-yard line. They'll try the right here. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
That's how you know an offensive coordinator really believes in the offensive line. You get to 4th down, you don't spread out a defense and try to create a one-on-one matchup and throw the ball. You go the old-fashioned way. You get behind that offensive line, you get the yards you need, and you extend this drive with that 1st down.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, BYU. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it in the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up 1st downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
And he knocks through the PAT. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So the Cougars offense has back out onto the field now. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
One play moves the ball to the 44, and it'll be 1st down. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Grab made by the tight end. And a nice 1st down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the 1st down marker. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
And they finally stop him. The quarterback keeper picks up great yardage and a 1st down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Gets some space around the 30. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Refusing to be brought down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. That's a test of toughness and a test of will, and the running back won that battle.
Yeah, that's a great effort. Love to see running backs get their knees up and run through those potential arm tackles. That's what makes him one of the top backs in the country.
And they'll set up for the PAT. The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
I tell you, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback every time.
And is intercepted. Not much of a return, but the pick ends his scoring threat and sets the offense up at the 33.
Well, your best player is going to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
Going for his running back. Pass caught. Can he get in? Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in. That's a new set of downs, and it's 1st and goal for the offense. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
PAT is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. The kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. He dumps it off to the tight end. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Now it's 2nd down here. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And it's complete downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Impressive spin move. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down. BYU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And there's the handoff. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
The defense coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
And they pick up the first out of the 23, getting closer to the red zone.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back, get the first down in this 3rd and short, see what you can do from here.
They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. BYU has now moved into the red zone. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Gets rid of it on the move. Lucky for the junior quarterback that didn't get picked off. After the incompletion, they'll line up now for a 3rd and 5. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Launching one to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's decision time now, Chris. 4th and short coming up, and you know they're thinking about going for this one. Likely looking at that play sheet and finding the go-to play that'll help them pick up this first down and keep this drive alive. They're thinking 6 points.
Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have 1st and goal now. The Cougars looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. It's a heavy blitz look here. Let's see if they bring the house. Looking to throw it again. He's moving out of the pocket now. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown for Brigham Young. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Houston's offense heads back out on the field now. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. The game moves the ball to the 34.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Looking to throw. It's Lagway. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Dives to make the grab for a huge gain.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Important 2nd down play coming up. It's an option look. The back's got it on the pitch. And they're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward. I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. On the run here, taking a deep shot. Makes the catch downfield. Gain moves the ball to the 37. Another first down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Caught for the completion. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision? To get him at the 42, good enough for a first down. And the Cougars come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Okada. Fights off a defender. They bring him down, but a solid game there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. Offense getting set. It's second down. Off the play fake. Looking to throw the football. Caught. Completion.
I really like the throw here, Chris, but the fake off the play action was just as effective. You saw the second-level defenders freeze for a split second, and that helps open those passing windows.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Extending the play now. Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short gain. Second down after that previous play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
Throws to the tight end. He fires this throw and it's intercepted.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. At the 10 now. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Houston.
That's playing to the echo of the whistle here in this first half. They just keep pouring it on. Why not just continue to be aggressive? It's worked out so far for them. What a big lead they've worked up now here in this first half.
The PAT puts them up 17 now. And that is going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And receiving team has to recover. Looks like the hands team did its job.
Trying an onside to start the third with the lead? That's, I guess, a bold strategy. Now we'll see if it comes back to bite them.
Houston's offense heads back out into the field now. Trying to get the ball to the perimeter on the jet sweep. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, this is the risk you take when you run this play. Sometimes it works, sometimes it backfires. And this time it backfires on the offense by going backwards for a tackle for a loss.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Catch made on the left side. Finds room at the 30. You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Because much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
They'll hand it off. Fights through a tackle. Stiff arms his way to a decent game before they get him down.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. That wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
They'll keep it on the ground with the counter play. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
All right, Chris, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen today, they're big. You know, they weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have to have agility. And the way they can get out there in front of the runner, create space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and a runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because he's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked out really well for a nice piece of yards and a first down.
So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 7. They're going to run the option. Pitch play to the back. Touchdown, Houston. This one is getting ugly. That's another touchdown for this running back. They can't stop him. Dream performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, this is going to be a performance we're going to be talking about for a long time. I just love watching because he's doing it in so many different ways. We've seen speed. We've seen his physicality. He's breaking tackles. Boy, just an absolute dream scenario, as you said.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, and a touchback would have been a better idea. So the BYU offense comes back out onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. He'll take a deep shot here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, BYU. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake, and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown. A great job here by the defense on this conversion. Nice heads-up play to prevent the 2-point try.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the hands team able to recover the football. So the Cougars offense heads back out onto the field now. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Looking downfield. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. An explosive play, big gain across midfield to the 42.
Man, it is awfully tough on a defense when a quarterback's able to move outside of the pocket and still keep his eyes downfield looking for those open targets. You don't know whether to attack him and try to bring him down or to stay back and defend the pass.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. BYU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. The ball is caught. Brought down after the catch, but at the 8-yard line, the offense is threatening here.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. He bought some time, now lets it go. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. The linebacker shifting around now. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Brigham Young. The offense still out there. They're going for 2 here. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Off target and incomplete.
Defense not fooled at all there. Nice job of stepping up and stopping that 2-point conversion.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. The onside kick works as they steal a possession here. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. We'll try to run it with the option. Pitch to the back. They've got him behind the line. The option doesn't work at all.
Well, these are the kind of plays you have to make to be able to win the game in the second half. This back had a great first half and has gotten plenty of touches, so you've got to make sure this half is different than how things have gone so far.
Back to throw. It's leg way. Short throw to the back, an easy completion. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Runs through the defender. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Down he goes, a sack.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
Defense looking for back-to-back sacks. 3rd down now. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
Out comes the field goal team to give it a shot. This is a long way out. You know the kicker has good range, but this one is from 59 yards away. He missed it. And the lead remains at 12 after the miss.
Chris, you and I were on the field in warm-ups. We see this guy hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and actually went over. So we know that he has the leg to make this kick. I just don't think he got enough on it.
He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw it on first down. On the run here. Let's it go. And one final play before the end of the quarter. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the tackle is made in what's going to be the final play of this period.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Houston 38, BYU 26.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Pass is caught. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. This BYU offense is quickly moving down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He's got a man down the middle. Tackle made after a big gain.
We are in the age of the mobile quarterback, and you saw it right there. The ability to scramble out of the pocket, extend the play, and make passes like that is invaluable to the offense.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, BYU. Kirk, you look for rust. You look for jitters in the opening drive. Not any sign of it for that offense.
You know, the offensive coordinator, when we talked with him this week, he had a feeling that this offense was going to be able to start fast. But I don't even know if he thought they would look this good this early.
Yeah, tee up and good. They get a little bit closer.
Houston 38, BYU 33.
I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. Houston's offense heads back out on the field now. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Gets some space around the 30. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Here's the option play. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Here's the second down play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. Important play right here. Close game, fourth quarter, third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's a quick grab. The defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's fourth down.
Boy, what an incredible job here by this defense on third down. Now to set up a pivotal fourth down play. Question is, does the offense go for it and be aggressive, or do they punt it away and trust their defense to get a win?
This one is right through.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
We come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. The BYU offense back out on the field. No press here. The defense backing away. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. No connection there.
Is incomplete.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. He's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
Looking to pass here on second down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Looking right, this one caught. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Looking to throw again. Receiver makes the grab.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's the cutter. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
First down, looking to throw the football. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Can he take it all the way? And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Houston's offense heads back out into the field now. So it's still a one-possession game. The offense would love to work the clock here, but they can't take their foot off the gas. Aiming for the end zone. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal.
Total control right now, Chris. You just got to assume. Just keep running the football. You look at the clock, in their favor. You look at the field position where they are, obviously in their favor. So it just makes sense. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock because you got everything working in your direction.
Defense expecting run. They'll stop him short of the goal line. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Ready?
Offense facing second and goal. Receiver in motion now. They'll try to run this one in. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Wait, Chris, 1, 2, 3, this is his 4th rushing touchdown in this game alone. This guy has a chance to not only be player of the game, maybe player of the week in the whole sport.
An extra point makes the lead 15 here in the final quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the BYU offense back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Bringing pressure. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook?
Oh, you feel terrible.